Good morning, day number 4. All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. This is the thing. It's the championship round of the FLW Super Tournament on the Mississippi River. Right here, this is pool 8. We're actually down towards Stoddard, and we're actually launching at Stoddard. Now the thing is, you can go down to pool 9, or you can go up to pool 7, or you can stay here. There's a lot of water to fish, and there's only 10 anglers, at least in this field, that are gonna be out here fishing for a chance to win $125,000. Now, we are in 5th place overall, just sort of giving you guys an update. 5th place, 2 pounds, 4 ounces off the lead. Tom Monsoor, the swim jig master. In my mind, I think of 2 people that are probably the best swim jig fishermen in the country, or probably, and Tom's the OG swim jig fisherman. Tom Monsoor would be number 1. Number 2 would be Brian Schmidt. Fire, unbelievable fisherman, but truly understands the swim jig. So anyway, long story short, we got a chance. And what have we been doing this week? Basically, all we've been doing is having fun on the water, throwing a frog, throwing a jig, a swim jig. I got this little jig right here I've been throwing a little bit with, of course, a little Guggen Baits crack and crawl. And that sort of has played for quite a few fish that I've caught. Now, this being said, today is going to be all about catching a big bag. And what a big bag really is like 15 pounds. 14 pounds actually a big bag. 15 pounds is a really big bag. And 16 pounds, you just drop the thing, mega bag on the scale. So that's basically how it is. To win 2 pounds, 4 ounces doesn't sound like a lot, but to win, you're going to have to catch that 15, 16 pounds probably. Have a chance at least 14. So that's the plan. We're gonna get you guys out here, gonna turn these GoPros on, and actually these are Osmo cameras. Yeah, DJI, I keep on GI, I don't know. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We'll see you guys here in a minute. All right, y'all, we are starting flipping these undercut banks. I caught a big smallmouth here the other day on day 1 or day 2, and so I wanted to sort of keep it honest because I've caught some big ones in this area. I'm basically running every place that I could think of that has big ones on it, or had, you know, or I've caught a big one in the past. So I'm running a little history, which can burn you, but worst thing we're gonna do is make a top 10. So at this point in time, we're just pitching right along. I'm throwing that vibrating jig a little bit too, and hopping a jig around with a little baby bandito bug, because a lot of these crawdads are pretty small. So this has been a real big deal this whole week. These little undercut banks, you can sort of see that you can't really tell as well with the water up, but you can sort of see how it's cut banks. You know, these are places where these smallmouth, these largemouth, where the current has hit it really hard and cut and made a sharp little edge right there, and sometimes goes up underneath there. And those fish will sit up underneath those places and hide, and then come out and, you know, bite anything that comes by. So a lot of times these bass on the Mississippi River are very notorious for setting up like this, you know, especially in this little zone. All right, let me see here. Shorten that guy up. Dude, that's the kind we gotta start with, baby. That's the kind we gotta start with. Right there. All right, plan's coming together. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Stud largemouth. That's what I'm talking about. Good one. I'm gonna tell you exact weights today, y'all. 3 pounds, 7 ounces. Almost a 3.5. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. We can do this thing. We can do it. Unreal. That one went doink. Woo! It's a big, big deal, y'all. I told myself I wanted to catch 2 3-pounders down an 8 before I went up. Our plan is probably, we'll sort of see how the day goes. If I can catch 2 3-pounders and 8, go up to 7, catch 2 3-pounders, and catch 1 more 3-pounder on the way back in, we got a shot. There we go. There you go. Not a big one, but would definitely get us back on the board. Number 2, 2 pounds even. Number 1. Where's number 2 at? There you go. Get us a couple of them 2-pounders in the boat. Yes, sir. There you go. There you go. Now we're starting to get on it. We can probably keep this one, maybe. He's about a 2. He's not quite as big as I thought he was when he bit it. Gosh, he felt big. 230. So 230. All right. Literally. Whew. That one sounded big. 14-incher. This is number 4. Definitely not the one we were thinking about, but I'll take it. 1 pound, 12 ounces. All right. Man, we need one more 3-pounder. Just down here, I'm trying to.
Troll all the way out day 1.
I think that might be it. It just didn't sound. When I saw the hook, I could just tell. I'm like, eh. See, this is what you're looking for. See how they look like a bluegill? They're like stocky, but you want them to be about that long. That's the difference. It's a fat one. I thought he was. Nope. The other one, I don't think was. Or, number 5, he's 2.5 pounder. Okay, we can keep those. That's the best we can do. All that grass. That one was not coming off. Oh, man, he buried down in the grass there for a second. I thought I had a 3 or 4 pounder. It's hard to tell. 2 pounders, so we got about a 4-ounce call right there. Big difference between those fish right there is literally this one's got that big belly, that one doesn't. Literally, that's exactly what you want. Hey, knock, I don't think it's gonna help. That one right there smoked it though. He definitely smoked it. Not the mama. That's for dang sure. That one is not. I don't have enough time. The scale's not quite working right now. Alright, let's go.
Nice and slow. This way.
That's a big one. Better one. There you go. A little better. Man. Number 2. There you go. There we go. We got, I think, number 4. We ain't no shortage of freaking reeling some in. We just need a dang freaking 4-pounder to bite that crap. If it did, I'm not saying we'd have a legitimate shot, but we'd have a legitimate shot probably. What do I have on the deal?
12-4.
Well, we left it all out there on the water. That's for dang sure. Caught us a few last minute calls, a couple ounces, nothing great. So, hey, you know, I had fun. It's a fun week. Mississippi Rivers, got a lot of bass. It was a grind on us though, man. Today we had the best day as far as numbers, but didn't get that big kicker fish in the boat. So that was the killer. But hey, regardless, I get to do what I love to do. Go out here, fish for a living. I think DC and I were talking about that yesterday. It's like literally, it's like we don't appreciate the job that we have. Sometimes you just have to step back and think about like, hey, what you're doing for a living. Like That's real talk. It's real. Very thankful.
Thanks, buddy.
Our next photo is former college champion from the University of Monroe, Louisiana. So it's no stranger to the championship. Good one. Number 4 is on its way.
Thank you, buddy.
Phoenix Bass Fishing League All-American champion. Is also a Forest Wood Cup champion. Is also a Bass Pro Tour champion. He won the last event on the Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit, our first super tournament in Tennessee, Dayton, Tennessee at home at Lake Chickamauga. He's the #1 ranked angler in the world. All right, Jacob, to take the lead from Tyler Stewart, you need 10 pounds and 11 ounces. If you're not following Jacob Wheeler on social media, you're missing it, man. 13 pounds and 2 ounces, and then later, 52 pounds and 14 ounces. Let's go talk about it, man.
You go the other way, not towards the lake, so.
10 pounds even, moves you down 1 spot, 3rd place. So close, Zach. A great tournament for you this week, though, man. From La Crosse, Wisconsin. Had 14 pounds, 3 ounces on day 1. Had him in the lead with 42 pounds even after 3 days. Let's hear it for Tom Mansour. Right here, Jacob Wheeler. Got some good social distancing going on here. This is our crowning moment. You need, for your 2nd Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit win, 10 pounds, 14 ounces. You're up to 614. Hey, if you got 4 or 5, pull them both out. He's got 4 in there for 9 pounds, 10 ounces. For the win, you need 10-14. Do you have number 5? Is it a kicker? A 5-bass limit. Take it front and center. For Wisconsin, Tom Mansour. Worth 12 pounds, 10 ounces. Your champion is Tom Mansour. Wow, he gets it done on a championship Saturday. 54 pounds and 10 ounces of Mississippi River bass. $125,000 richer. Optima Batteries, the presenting.
So, we're gonna get out of here, the social distance. Thank you all. Ended up 2nd. My good buddy Tom Mansour. I'll tell you a story this real quick here. Tom, the first tournament I ever fished, an FLW tour event. Tom was there, and I asked him, I said, can I sit at your table? I knew he was a swim jig legend. I knew he was like the man. He's like, yeah, absolutely, man. What's your name? And I had a flat bill on, and he's like, man, you know, he's like, we talked for like 20 minutes or whatever. I ate at his table, and he said, man, he said, you're a good kid and all. He said, but you need to get that flat bill. He said, you need to curve it down a little bit, get a little curve on it. And just ever since then, he's always, whenever he sees me, he's always like, I'll tell you what, he's a great dude. Phenomenal week here, though. Mississippi River absolutely has got him. And you guys see, I struggled. I struggled every day. But to come out of here with a 2nd place finish, I feel great. I mean, it was, you can't ask for much more than that. And I left it all out there in the water. A big shout out to Tom Mansour for winning the tournament, man. It was, it's great to see. I said that on stage. I said, man, there's one person I would mind losing to in this group right here. I don't like losing at all. Y'all know me. But Tom Mansour's one of them, man. He's a hard worker, grandfather swim jigging, great fisherman. And man, I just, you know, big congrats to him. Big congrats to him.